vlog number 154. It's Tuesday, September 10th, 2024. It's around 11:20 a.m. These vlogs are a public journal and a kind of a stream of consciousness documentation, and the purpose is to be present and talk about what's top of mind that's not scripted or has any kind of agenda or purpose other than being present. So I believe this is valuable because I see as a human life, every human life, as being fascinating, miraculous, amazing, and pure gold. So it is so what's top of mind is water, cafe da, black coffee, Vietnamese black coffee. So what's top of mind? Today I was really observing and thinking about how when you're in a different state, your mind actually is like in a different state. And that means like you're being in a different state. Like for example, yesterday I was part of a guided meditation where we put awareness on sending love to people around us and to the world and to people of the world. And I've been part of guided meditations where this is a part of the meditation. And before I was just thinking about how this is kind of like strange. I didn't really think that it was really meaningful. Like, oh, you're just thinking about sending love to somebody, but like, what kind of real world impact or effect does that have? Like zero. Like I didn't think, or like very little. But what occurred to me yesterday was that you actually, by thinking and imagining that you're sending love to somebody, during that time, you are actually feeling it, you're being it. And so it may seem kind of pointless, but for those couple seconds or minutes, you are actually being that feeling. And that's kind of amazing because, yeah, you may think that just for a couple seconds or a couple minutes feeling it, that's not really going to do anything. You're not really going to go back to your world and to your life and kind of change, or they're not going to feel it. They're not going to change. The world's not going to change. They're not going to experience it. But in fact, that's not true. And even it may be kind of very small, but it is something, and it's a start. It's one pebble of sand, and you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. And you keep doing it, and then you keep doing it, and then you can grow this this feeling and make it more powerful, and then make it more accessible to you, and you can make it more part of your everyday life, and then it becomes part of you, becomes second nature, becomes part of your character, and it becomes natural to you, and then you just feel love to people around you. So I had this realization kind of yesterday, and it's quite powerful. So the idea is like, the point is that just because you do it once for a couple seconds or a couple minutes, don't think that it can be part of your life, or it can be part of your story, or it can be impactful to the world. So the truth is that it can be, if you keep doing it. And usually the first thing that comes to your mind is the resistance. Is like, oh, I don't see a way for me to keep doing this. I don't see a way for me to keep doing this as a practice, as a habit, because there's no reason for me to do it. There's no motivation, there's no incentive, there's no cue, there's no reward. So you just think, I'm just going to do it once and then never again. And that's an observation, and it may be like that. And now the interesting part is about if you contemplate melodies and harmony and frequencies and these patterns of rhythms where you come back to something, and you can come back to these feelings, and then you can come back to them periodically. You can come back to them in a rhythm, and then you can find your rhythm. And this is like a song of our lives. And our lives take on a rhythm of I choose to come back and spend time in this state of feeling love. And so it may feel like may feel like uncomfortable or a resistance, or you feel like it doesn't make sense to feel this way, to try to artificially uh, bring your attention to this feeling, or kind of evoke this feeling in yourself of being in peace and loving somebody, loving people around you, and just um, sending love to the world. So that's like the thought about like harmonies and rhythms, and how we can tap into these rhythms of our lives and choose to keep coming back to this state, this feeling. And if you could just feel it once, that's a great accomplishment, even if it's a couple seconds or a couple minutes, because then you can do it again, and then you can do it again, and then you can grow. So don't feel that just doing something once is useless or pointless. Because you do it once, then you can do it again. Then you remember that what it was like. You can come back to it again and again and again, and that's how you build a habit, and that's how you change your character. That's how you change your destiny. And what else is top of mind is feeling of sometimes you can feel frustrated, you can feel angry, and that's really harmful to you because you're in this state. And I'll use this term frequency because it's like it kind of captures the state of where you are mentally and physically. Is you're like in a state of anger, and then your mind just keeps dwelling on like this experience. Maybe somebody like did something that you didn't like. Maybe somebody like just, yeah, something like that. So, and you just keep running over it, and you feel angry, and then you spend maybe you spend minutes, you spend hours maybe feeling this way, and that affects how you interact with the world, how you do things. Like maybe you're a coder, maybe you're a writer, maybe you work at a coffee shop and you're a waiter. It affects how you speak to people. It affects what you're thinking. It's like it's on your mind, so it affects the way you see the world, the way you make decisions, the way you create. So it blocks you, and it becomes harmful. Becomes like poison. It's like taking poison. And so that's why if you're able to let go of and like return to peace, that's the solution. If you feel peace, then you can make progress, and then you can create beautiful things. You can interact with people authentically and be open to people and connect with people, and have this exchange of ideas, of values, of money, of a collaboration, of information. Then you're actually living. So the observation that I'm making is that if you're able to become aware of how you're feeling, if you're feeling angry or frustrated, if you become aware of this feeling and just realize that if you keep feeling that way, it's not going to help you. It's not going to um, help you move forward or do anything positive. So it is like taking poison. And so the best thing for you to do is, and now counterintuitively, is to give space and accept this feeling, and just observe that you are not the feeling, but you're just experiencing it, and it is temporary, and it will, once it is recognized and you kind of like get the meaning of it, of understanding why you're feeling that way, then it will go on its way because it had served its purpose. The purpose is to tell you something about how you feel, about what is important. So that's vlog 154. Peace.